Hello everyone, so in this video I want to show you this admin dashboard from the ShadcnSpace. If you want to build an admin dashboard for your SaaS application, AI application, blog CMS, e-commerce app, or basically any modern web application, you can definitely use this dashboard. The UI look really beautiful and modern, so let's take a look at some demos of the dashboard. As you can see, there's a main version, dark version, horizontal, RTL and mini sidebar version. Let's take a look at this main version. As you can see, right, the UI is look really clean. As you can see, the animation in here, it is basically using motion. Really nice. If you take a look on the top in here, there's also light mode and dark mode support by default, and also multi-language, right? It's support by default as well. Chart in here, then the message, right? The inbox, pretty cool. Let's take a look the e-commerce, CRM dashboard, the AI stuff. If you want to build, for example, chat application, you can use this template in here, right? It already have the history chat, pretty nice. Also, you can select any model in here if you want, right? Everything is just ready out of the box. For example, you want to build like AI image generator, you can also do that in here using this template. Also the calendar, if you want to build like a calendar event in here, as you can see, if I click this, it basically will adding event. Really cool. The chat in here, the email, the notes application, if you want to build a notes application, the contact, the invoice, that's a lot of template, guys. If you take a look at blog, for example, right, the blog post, the blog detail, right, blog edit. So maybe in this video, we are going to try to using these template to create a blog application. That's really nice. Let's take a look at the blog create in here, right? We can upload the image and etc. So let's take a look at the e-commerce stuff, the shop in here, the detail, list, checkout, everything, it just works. Let's take a look at the Kanban, right? The ticket, etc. It just works, guys. That's a lot of template. I'm not going to show you all of this, but anyway, let's scroll down until we find the authentication. So also we can use the login, for example, the login template, the sign up and etc. And also there is a couple pages, for example, account setting, FIQ, pricing, this API key. If you want to build application that can basically generate API key, you can use these pages in here. All right, that's it for the preview. So let's now try to download this template. I'm gonna click at download. This is the zip file after you download the dashboard. The size is 136 megabyte. So let's try to open that. I'm going to extract that first. As you can see, we have two folders in here, like a docs and also package. So inside a package, we have the darks. This is basically dashboard for the dark version, horizontal version, main version, mini sidebar, next out, and RTL and starter kit. So basically what we are going to use is the main version. So let's try to open this on the VS Code. Let's just drag and drop this main folder inside of VS Code. So for this video, I'm going to use OpenCode. So OpenCode is basically open source AI agent that help you write code in your terminal. So I'm going to use that. I already installed it, so I can run it like OpenCode and hit enter. The beauty about this dashboard, it also already have the ready to use prompt. So basically we can use this prompt to, for example, remove the other app that we don't need, right? For example, you want to build like a blog application, you can use this prompt to isolate or remove any app that you don't need. For example, it basically will remove the calendar, chat AI, contact, e-commerce, and any other application. So let me show you in here. For example, after you running like a prompt, for example, I want to use this template dashboard for blog application. Please read the agent.md. So what is the agent.md file? So this is basically complete AI instructions. So for example, you want to use this template for blog application. So the AI will automatically read the prompt folders and looking for the app folders, and inside that there is a isolate app prompt.md. So the AI will automatically read this instruction and try to remove the another app that don't need. In this case, for example, it can basically remove the calendar, chat AI, and whatever, right? It's basically just remove all of that automatically. And also, if you want to rebranding the application, the AI will automatically looking for the branding folder, go to this update branding.prompt.md. So let's try to hit enter, right? So anyway, the AI don't really know what I want, so I just asking that again to please remove other apps and keep the block refer to the agent.md. And now the AI is already read this isolate.md file and already create this to-do list as you can see in here. And now hopefully this is done. All right, so the installation is complete. As you can see, this is the action, and this is the blog route that available right now. And you can open another terminal and just running pnpm dev. And as you can see on localhost 2000 on here on the apps, now we just have a blog, right? Pretty cool. Before that, basically we have like AI, calendar, chat, and email, notes, and a lot of things. And with one prompt, now we just have a blog. Pretty cool. So anyway, I just asking the AI to rebranding this dashboard, use dev blog for the name, refer the agent.md, and please remove another pages that we don't need for this blog application. Because I'm on the plan mode, of course, I get some question from the AI like the logo file. I'm going to keep the logo file. And for the company name, I'm going to use dev blog theme. And for the third question, default page should / redirect to /app /blog /post. I'm gonna say just redirect. So now I'm going to hit enter on the build plan. So let's just wait until the AI done. As you can see, this is the result. We just have a blog in here with a blog post, the managed blog in here. We can search by category. We can search in here, for example, Apple, and this just works, right? Nice. We can toggle this one, I believe. Yes, it is working. And also the edit block, for example, it also works. So anyway, all the UI works for now, right? So what we have to do now is we are going to try to create the database. I'm going to using Prisma and my PostgreSQL local, and I'm going to run really simple prompt. Let's say use Prisma and PostgreSQL local for the database. So I'm going to hit enter. All right, so the Prisma is already installed and configured with the PostgreSQL database on my local. So now let's try to open another terminal, and I'm going to say npx Prisma generate. Then I'm gonna running npx Prisma db push. Then now let's try to running npx Prisma Studio to just make sure this is working. So let's take a look on the browser, and as you can see, it works. We have the category, comment, post, tag, and also the user. Really cool. So now what we have to do is just asking the AI to integrate this Prisma with the front end stuff. My prompt is really simple. I just want to say integrate the back end with the front end. Let's try to hit enter. All right, finally it's done. So let's take a look at the project. And as you can see, by default, we have like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blog posts. And then on the blog post in here, of course, we just have 4 because the one in here is unpublished. Right, so now let's try to create a new post. So I'm gonna click the new post in here and try to create a new title. I just want to copy and paste the title, and also for the content in here, right? Just add some enter in here. So for the cover, I just want to use maybe this one. And then for the blog status, I'm gonna say publish. Category let's say businesses or whatever. Then the publish date, I just want to say now and click publish. Then as you can see, this is the post, right? It's already on this table. Let's go to blog post, and as you can see, this is the card. So I'm gonna click that, and here we go, right? Everything is just render the businesses, the title of the post, and the description. For example, I just want to add a comment in here. I'm not sure if this is work or not, so let's try to click task. And yep, it is works. So I think that's it, guys, for this video. You always can adding like an authentication. For example, user must be logged in order to adding a comment on your post. You can always do that. So thank you so much for watching. See you on another video.